Hey guys, PEJP here. I mentioned earlier I would do another unboxing video for you, so here it is. Obviously, it's a Rolex. Last few videos I've done outside, but it's nighttime and it's like -8 Celsius outside and everything's covered in snow, so that's not going to happen. So I kind of tried putting up a light behind me to help avoid the glare, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so apologies if anything comes out weird. Got my assistant with me who's helping me out tonight. He's overseeing. He's the executive producer. So yes, my last video I did was my Lange. Since then, I think there's been some major changes. We have twins, so my days of buying Lange and Patek and things like that are probably over for a while. But I'm still very happy with this. So there's the outer box, standard Rolex outer box, inner box with this textured pattern, which is quite nice. So I'm going to open this. Oh, there's the second assistant director. So here we have it. This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. This is 36 millimeters, which I think is a great size. This is the 116000, blue dial, sunburst blue, so it kind of changes. I've had a couple of blue dial watches before. I think it's a nice color. It sounds really boring of me, but I like black dial, kind of white or silver, maybe salmon. Once you get outside of that, blue I think is the next choice. I'm unlikely to buy yellow dial watch or anything like that, so I think blue is a nice break from the norm. So yeah, it's got the Explorer style dial, 369 around there. Smooth bezel, the 20mm lugs, so it kind of has quite a big wrist presence for a smaller watch. Let me just take it out here so you can see it. And there it is. Some smudges on there. Let me see if I can take those off. Yeah, kind of. I just got this today. So my rationale for buying this was I just wanted a everyday watch, a still watch that I can wear every day, that's kind of versatile. Not that I will wear it every day necessarily, but just a watch that kind of looks good with anything. But not nothing that I need to kind of worry about. So I am actually in the process of selling my Submariner. I had a Submariner 5513, which I really loved, but I got it 10 years ago when it was probably about the same price as one of these in the secondary market. And since then, it's like tripled in value. And to me, I know Rolex are trying to move into a different market segment, but to me, Rolex are still tool watches. I like Rolex. I mean, obviously, I think they're great, but they do workhorse movements. They're very good at producing high quality watches at scale. There's nothing horologically that interesting about them. I still just see them as tool watches, kind of no nonsense kind of watches. I know the Rolex are trying to change that with their restriction on supply and the ceramic everywhere and the precious metals, which just doesn't really do it for me. And then my 5513, basically, it's just gone up in value to the point where I was like, well, this no longer kind of meets the criteria of an everyday watch, and I don't look at them as investments. I never really have. It's nice when something goes up in value, but when it does, I just use it to buy another watch. I'm not really. I don't do this to kind of make money. I do it because I like watches. So with my Submariner, I thought to myself, if I didn't have one, would I be wanting to buy a Submariner? Would I want to add a Submariner to my collection? And the answer is no, really. I think they're great watches, but recently when I look at it, I just see, I can get rid of this and buy 2 more watches. I started that process when I sold my GMT and was able to buy a Lange, and I didn't regret that for a second. And that's kind of how I felt about my Submariner recently. I just, I like it, but not enough that not enough that I'm willing to kind of keep it when I'm now worried about scratching it or damaging it, and also when I realise what I could get for it to buy other watches. I'm sure if I just held on to it, it would keep going up in value, and maybe one day I'd buy another Lange with it. But I just kind of thought I like to kind of keep my collection moving, periodically, and that was just one that I've had such a long time that I thought, right, it's time to go. So I got this, and then I'm 90% sure I'm buying another IWC Big Pilot, because I've just always loved them. I've had a couple in the past, and I just want one that I can buy to keep. So I've got a couple of other things I might look at, but I'm fairly certain it's the Big Pilot will be next. So I got this today. Like I say, it's reasonably priced, brand new. You can buy them. These aren't highly sought after. So if you want to shop around for a used one like I did, you can get for a pretty significant discount off of retail, off of brand new. This one's only 2 years old, very good condition, and yeah, it's just versatile. I looked at the Explorer 1, which I really like, but just again similar to what I've had before, and I like 36. The latest Explorer is 39 millimeters, which to me is just it doesn't look right. So to get a 36mm Explorer, you're looking at buying at least a 10-year-old watch. So then you have to think about servicing and things like that, and obviously they're a bit more expensive. And so I stumbled across this, and I just thought, wow, I thought this is great. You've got the 369, interesting dial. It's got the Explorer type of look, but it's a bit more refined. Maybe not refined, but maybe a little more. It's kind of like halfway between a sports watch and a kind of a sports dress watch, if there's such thing as that. It looks good with a suit. Oyster Perpetual. They do a few different sizes, a few different color versions, and like I say, I just think 36 is perfect for this kind of watch. I used to have a 1603 Datejust, which I sold to a friend on a Jubilee. So I've worn this kind of size watch before. And I'm not one of those people who gets obsessed with the size of watches. I've worn 34 millimeters. I wear a very small swatch pretty frequently that I really like. To me, it's just if I like the watch, I like it. But I do think this one is a perfect size. So I'm just going to open it, do a quick wrist shot. It's got this style. What's the word? Not buckle, but the fastener here. Just gonna put this on. Sorry, I told you one day I might buy a tripod, but that has not happened yet. And there you go. There's the wrist shot. So it looks good with a work shirt like I'm wearing now. Doesn't look out of place, but then it wouldn't look out of place with a t-shirt, with jeans, that kind of thing. So yeah, just a simple time only everyday watch. I've noticed my tastes are kind of changing to the point where I almost exclusively, I think, just time only watches now. Almost like the simpler the better. So yeah, this really does just do the job. Nothing fancy. Nothing is going to be particularly collectible or sought after, but also nothing you need to really worry about. If I put a scratch in this, I won't be happy about it, but it's not going to be it's not going to be devastating either. It's a watch I can just wear every day. Currently, my kind of everyday watch is my Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control, which I absolutely love. But I love that one so much, I don't want it to be an everyday watch. I've been wearing it like every day now, and I'm starting to see some kind of wear on the case. So this is one where I won't mind if there's some wear on the case. My JLC, I don't want it to be my everyday watch because I really, really love it. There it is. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. Any questions, let me know. Awooga.